to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Prior to tasting and reviewing the food on Southern Taste Seafood's menu, Gary Shanks told popular TikTok food reviewer Keith Lee that he was struggling to keep his business afloat. At the time, Shanks also said he was lucky if he served 5 to 10 customers. But that chance encounter with the well-known Las Vegas-based food reviewer helped turn his fortunes significantly. Lee shared a TikTok video of how he met Gary and their conversation that ensued. In the video that has since gone viral, Lee also touched on how that meeting positively changed Gary's life. Gary told the news outlet that he chanced upon the chef's food truck while he was returning home after a bike ride. Gary's truck was said to be parked on a deserted Las Vegas street. Lee also said he had never come across the food truck. The foodie and me got interested immediately, Lee said. So I said, let me go see what they're talking about. I thank God that I did. But when Lee made an attempt to place an order after Gary asked him what he wanted, the former noticed the eatery had a seafood-based menu. And though the TikToker is allergic to shellfish, Gary offered to fix him other platters on the menu if he agreed to return the next day. And besides offering to serve the TikToker dishes including burgers, fries, and catfish, Gary said he was going to prepare the meals in different bowls and different dishes with fresh oil, Today reported. Lee came back the next day. He told me he's just trying to survive right now. It's very slow. He's lucky if he gets 5 to 10 people in, Lee recalled. Lee said Gary stayed true to his word when he returned the following day, adding that the chef, who was surprised he actually returned, served him burger and fries he separately prepared with new oil. And though Gary told the popular food reviewer he wasn't going to charge him for the food, Lee said no way. I went live the other day with Miss Shirley, passing out food to the less fortunate, Lee said in reference to another TikToker. During that live, you sent $450 worth of gifts. I took all that money and I sent it directly to his Cash App. Lee's act of generosity got Gary shocked. The chef, on several occasions, also tried to return the gifts to the TikToker, but Lee told him that he did not give him the gifts by mistake. I love moments like that cause I'm so thankful and grateful from the bottom of my heart to be a vessel and to help people like that, Lee said. Besides the donation, Lee also reviewed Gary's food when he returned home. Lee took to TikTok to rate Gary's food, giving the fries an 8.5 out of 10 score and a 9.5 out of 10 for the burger. Yeah, Gary, Lee says in the video, delicious. It was juicy, it was cheesy, immaculate, the TikToker adds, especially to be a place that don't specialize in burgers. He makes seafood. Following Lee's review, Gary started receiving an outpouring of financial support as strangers started sending him money on his Cash App, Today reported. I didn't understand what was going on or what that was about, Gary said in reference to the donations. You know, a lot of scams and stuff are going on, so I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting some customers. Lee later shared another TikTok post where he revealed Gary had received $30,000 in 24 hours. He also said the money was not for selling food. I'm overwhelmed with it, but not overwhelmed in a bad way, Gary said in reference to the attention he got after Lee shared the video. You know, I get so many phone calls. People just want to say hi. Gary said his business also picked up. The chef said he initially made between $20 and $200 daily, but his sales spiked by 900% after Lee's initial post about his food truck. I'm getting out of towners that are probably here visiting from Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Arizona, California, the chef said. I'm Mr. Gary now. I'm trying to get used to that, but somehow that caught on. Gary also said he had just recently set up at the location when he met the popular TikToker. That was either the first day or the second day I've been at the new location, Gary said. It's God sent, he said in reference to meeting Lee. That's what I'll say. So, yet again, a little bit more, in a sense, Black history, You got a man that was coming back from, a biking trip, and he stopped by. He couldn't initially get what he wanted due to the fact that he is allergic to shellfish. So the chef offered to, make the man a different type of meal, one that he would be able to eat with no problems. So the chef decided to do it. The man came back and he got his meal. He enjoyed his meal. He gave a great review on his, TikTok, which more than likely has, a ton of people directly on it. And on top of that, he also gave the chef the chef a very dope gift as well, which the chef then tried, to, return. But this is the type of stuff that you don't get a chance to hear about, because all too many times the main types of news that always um, makes the most buzz, that makes the most noise, the stuff that people always want to flock to and see, is always something negative about black people. And you'll never get a chance to see any of these stories because they're not negative. You're not going to try to, have tons of, advertisers on, whatever news channel you watch, happen to try to put ads on during a story like this. A story like this on a regular news channel will probably be about a minute. They'll probably just make it a little blurb, maybe a minute or two, and then it'll be that, and then it'll be to, back to the news as usual. Um, like I said, I love stories like this due to the fact that it shows the amount of, love and compassion that black people have for one another. Something, again, that is not normally shown either on social media or by way of mainstream media. These are things that we tend to do on a regular basis. It's just not really heard of due to the fact that people don't publicize it. And it's also, in a sense, not recorded. So, we have a lot of great, wonderful, beautiful black people who have, platforms, businesses, families, whatever it is directly out there. And they do things like this every single day. And the main reason that I wanted to showcase this is due to the fact that because of this, by chance, right? Because of by chance, this man, came upon a food truck, decided to become a patron. He then decided to use the power that he has, which is his platform, in order to publicize, to give a great review, and to bring money to this food truck, to the chef. Now, originally, the chef said, it's pretty slow, right? It's maybe, 1 to 10 people, maybe, possibly. But then, thanks to this man doing this TikTok, they ended up making 30 grand in 24 hours. 30 grand. Like, that's beautiful. Like, for some people, that's a huge achievement for some people, especially if you're running your own business, something that you're doing with your hands, and then to see all your hard work, to see all of your dedication, all of your blood, sweat, and tears, see all of that culminate into like this one moment. That's the most beautiful thing possible. And the moment in time that we as black people start focusing in and doing more and more of this, we will start to see more and more growth in the black community when it comes into businesses, when it comes into uh, entrepreneurs, even home businesses, when it comes into us, creating ideas. Because, you know, let's just say we can start up our own black Kickstarter. Now, some people be like, "Oh, why does it always have to be black? And why does it?" Because people have to realize and know that representation matters. Out of the whole world, there's not a great representation of, let's say, black inventors. There's not. You can't. You don't have fields of people out here talking about black inventors. You don't have television shows always talking about black inventors, their contributions, and that's not a thing. That's not a thing. And the reason is due to the fact that they want to try to hold everything off as like, oh, these are American inventions. These are things that Americans have done. So whenever you have somebody black that is doing something positive, it's an American thing. But whenever it's somebody black that's doing a negative thing, it's a black thing. See how that works? So again, this is why we need to have different things out there so that we can specifically go to. And then we can, patronize and give our money because we know specifically exactly what it is. It says it directly on the sign. There's no mistaking it. We know who's building it. We know who's making it. We know who the inventor of it is. We know where the ideas directly came from. We know who the workers are, right? We know where all of our dollars are going and what it's contributing to. So, hopefully, we start seeing more of this again. 2023 should be a very great start for the money to start changing hands and going back to where it was originally, so that we can flourish. So that everything in the community can start to fluctuate, and we'll start to see more growth and more positivity, and it'll breed a lot more success amongst not just the older generation, but also the younger generation as well. And then it'll also give them more positive Black role models to look up to versus just looking up to celebrities. Because it's always important to have, uh, you know, people that children can idolize and look up to and want to be like in the family. That should be the first people that a child should look at and go to when it comes into what it is that they want to be in life, how it is that they want to model themselves and grow up. It should be us, right? Versus outside factors such as, celebrities, athletes, and so on and so on and so on. So again, 2023 should be that brand new great start for all of this to take place.